Dr. Eric Newsom is an assistant professor of communication at UCM. Between teaching, a new book, and a spot on national TV, you could say he has had a busy semester.
I have one foot kind of in the production side of things and one foot in the comm studies theory side of things. And so I teach a variety of classes that sort of straddle both lines. I teach classes in web production and graphic design. I teach classes in communication theory and rhetoric. Really interesting position to be in, and I hope that my students benefit from it.
Along with being a teacher at UCM, Dr. Newsom and colleague Shira Chess have a book on the way about an urban folklore named Slenderman. Newsom did his dissertation on Slenderman and digital storytelling in online spaces.
So people on this forum, Something Awful, got together and there was a Photoshop contest, and a user named Victor Surge made these images of this monster kind of off in the background, and the creepiness of the images sort of people latched onto that and began telling their own stories and making their own images, and so it grew like a folk story would. So the book is essentially about the processes that went into the creation of Slenderman, and what we look at is most of the intellectual properties, most of the characters that we see, most of the storytelling that we see done is done by the mass media.
The producers of 2020 saw a quote from Newsom in an article in the New York Times and gave him a call about his thoughts on the folklore Slenderman.
Producers from ABC called and talked to me to sort of ask some questions about a program they were putting together for 2020. And then I got a call asking if I'd be willing to fly up to New York City for 2 days to actually film a segment for that show.
It's safe to say that Dr. Newsom has had a stacked schedule this semester.
On top of teaching and book writing and the interviews that I've done, I also have a 3-year-old, which means that I don't get very much sleep. There have been a lot of days this semester where I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, what's my list of things to do today look like? I'm teaching media literacy class right now, and all of the things that I experienced going on 2020, I was able to then take back to my classroom and say, well, now I've been on national TV, this is how it works, and here are the things that we've been talking about in class, and here's what I saw while I was there.
For UMag, I'm Katie Bailey.